जस पंजाबी देखते हुए सारे दर्शकों ਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਅੱਜ ਦਾ ਮੁੱਦਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਹੋਸਟ ਆਸ਼ਮਿਤਾ। Cricket may be one of the world's most popular, most watched sports, but here in the Americas, baseball is the favorite pastime. And now the United International Baseball League is looking to take over that market and become the world's favorite pastime, making baseball a world-renowned sport in countries where maybe the sport isn't as well recognized. And so when we talk about the United International Baseball League, this new league that is now premiering in India, Pakistan, and the Middle East, we have some of baseball's greats associated with it. In fact, when we talk about the men behind the UIBL, we have one of the greatest names in baseball, Mariano Rivera. Of course, someone from our own community, Mr. Kanwal and others who are looking to make this new league a world-renowned athletic association. And when we talk about Mr. Mariano Rivera, it is a great honor and truly a personal pleasure as not just a New Yorker, a big-time Yankees fan, a sports fan, but of course, in my professional capacity, I'd love to welcome to our show this evening, Mr. Mariano Rivera and Mr. Kanwal Singh Sara. First of all, welcome to you both. Sat Sri Akal, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ash, and thank you for having us. I mean, for us, it's a privilege and honor to be in your presence.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rivera. For those that may not know, 13-time All-Star, 5-time World Series champion, Hall of Fame, Baseball Hall of Fame inductee. You were unanimously chosen by the Baseball Writers Association of America, which has never happened for any player. You're not only the recipient of the Presidential Medal of Freedom, but I would say not just one of the greatest names in baseball, but one of the most beloved figures in sports history. It's such an honor to have you, and certainly Kanwal Singh Saraji, you know, as founder, chairman, CEO of this new league, the United International Baseball League, you couldn't have brought on a better person to help grow this new association. Let's get right to it. The United International Baseball League is the first ever professional baseball league created to serve India, Pakistan, and the Middle East, where cricket certainly dominates. We're talking about a 1 billion fan base, roughly, but baseball is not really that prevalent. So you guys are looking to change that. I'll start with you, Mr. Rivera. You know, what makes baseball such a favorite pastime of, you know, America and Canada, Latin America? Certainly, your background is Panamanian. What do you feel that from that popularity will translate so well into the India, Pakistan, Middle East territories and make UIBL a big hit?
Well, Ash, you said it. You know, they almost have 1 billion fans of cricket. So cricket and baseball, they have a little bit similarities. Right? They use a bat, they use a ball, they run, they catch. So that's the same thing that we do in baseball. Okay, so the only thing is that we throw the ball over the shoulder, we bend the elbows and all that stuff. And the challenge that we're gonna have to bring baseball to India, Pakistan, the Middle East, is gonna be great. So I mean, we have good passion. You know, you said it. You know, we play the game in the highest level, and was blessed to get into the Hall of Fame as long as many others. Barry Larkin also part of this, and many to come. So I mean, I'm excited to bring baseball to that part of the world and teach it. Not only a business, but just teach the game of baseball. I mean, the business side is something different, but when it comes to the game itself, you know, teaching the youngsters, the teenagers, they love to play the game of baseball, because I know that they play baseball already in India, okay? They play baseball in the Middle East. So Dubai, they play baseball. So we wanted to get that game to a different level. And that's what the expertise that we have, we wanted to put it in place. I mean, we were blessed with a great platform. You talk about it. Okay, so that platform we're gonna use to the best for others. So I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited to go to India and start teaching these boys, and make sure that we bring some big leaders from India.
Absolutely, and I'm sure they're excited to have you. You guys are currently in the Middle East kicking off the tour for UIBL. Kanwalji, I'd love to hear from you. You know, once again, cricket is the world's second most watched sport after soccer, the beautiful game, and with fans numbering in almost 1 billion with a B. How do you, from a business standpoint, plan to court those fans and teach them not just about baseball, to fall in love with the sport, but like Mr. Rivera was saying, to get some young athletes developed and part of the league?
Yeah, great question. Great question, Ash. You know, having someone like Mariano's iconic, you know, player legend that is going to be part of this thing is going to have UIBL bring someone who can show the kids what you can achieve. You know, Mariano came from humble beginnings. He was able to get to this point by going through the path. I think we want to be able to do the same thing. To your second point about cricket, yes, cricket is a pastime. You know, Indians love cricket. 900 million people. 10 million people every year try to shoot for the 11 spots that are on a cricket team. So we're hoping to do the same thing. And we see similarities in the business plan as well. Because cricket, is a very entertaining game. IPL, fastest growing brand that happened in the last 10 years, went from $0 to $10 billion. Last year, the Gujarat team sold for almost $1 billion. So there's similarities in economics as well. In the US, Yankees are worth $2 billion. So we see a great opportunity from that perspective. And from the game itself, the sport, as Mariano aptly said, we're looking to get out there. Baseball Federation of India was formed in 1983. Now, a lot of people don't know this. Baseball is actually a curriculum in the government schools of India. It's played in regular schools, middle schools, high schools, colleges. There are about 40 different tournaments every year, not only in Delhi, in all 28 states of India. So baseball as an ecosystem has existed in India since 1983. It never got to the professional stature. And this is where, somebody like Mariano, when we spoke to, we talked about this, is how can we get baseball to come to the professional level? So we see that opportunity, and he saw that opportunity, he believed in it, and he became part of this thing. So we see a tremendous opportunity in the growth of baseball.
Mr. Rivera, you guys are on the press tour, you're talking to all the media currently, and some of the things that we're hearing about UIBL, that you plan to do some things differently. For those folks that know and die by baseball, I'm asking on their behalf, keeping in mind years of data, what can we see UIBL doing differently, Mr. Rivera?
Well, I mean, we're going to bring the game of baseball, and baseball is baseball regardless. Okay, baseball has been played over 100 years and have their foundation already. So what we want to bring is more exciting. Maybe we created a little bit, engage the fans with the game itself, and try to motivate them to do something different. We wanted to engage those youngsters, that are missing, that we miss watching the game of baseball. Because believe it or not, the game of baseball is not boring. I see some cricket games, and obviously I don't understand the game real good, but if I understand it better, I will be more passionate into it. Okay, that is what I think is lack of. We need to bring the game and teach the boys how to play the game and what are the rules of the game, so they understand the game and they fall in love with it, knowing that you have an ability and opportunity to play the game that we love in a different level. That in itself is big value. That in itself is more than a winning situation. So for me, it's just that, knowing that I'm gonna bring the game of baseball and participate in something different. We're talking about 2 billion of fans that we need to reach. Think about it. If we have a little percent of that, 10% of that, I will be happy of that. Because we can create something that they will enjoy, because I guarantee you they will enjoy. Again, I go back to cricket. If they have 900 million of fans, cricket, well, I mean, baseball is just right there. Okay? So if we teach them the game of baseball the right way, and they fascinated with the game and fall in love with the game, we're going to reach a lot of people.
Kanwalji, one last question for you before we wrap up here. What kind of numbers are you looking at? If we look at the baseball industry right now, it's a $13 billion industry in North America. What kind of projections is UIBL looking at in the next few years? I know you're a numbers guy, so I'm sure you have some numbers you can share with us on this.
Sure. Great question. Just before I answer that, Aashmeeta, Mariano were talking about how we can make a difference in India, as well as how we can bring South Asians, Indians to be a part of this thing. So one of the things UIBL is doing is we're recruiting Asians, South Asians, Indians, Pakistani, Bangladeshis to become part of the roster. Not only train them out there in the next couple of years as part of the academies, but also recruiting right here. Karan Patel, who's the first South Asian Indian that is playing in the MLB. So one of the messages that we want to send out to our community out there is, we're looking to recruit. Anyone interested can go to uibl.pro and sign up. We're going to have tryouts over the next couple of months right here in America. Mariano and the team is going to be out there looking for the next Indian who wants to go play for India, or next Pakistani or Bangladeshi that wants to go play for the country. So we're looking for those players. We're looking for that, next Mariano Rivera. Maybe he's right here in America, and he wants to go and play for his country or play in our league for the country over there. Yes, it's a $13 billion industry. IPL, as you said, is $10 billion over 10 years. So we see great opportunity. One of the things that I found as we were doing the valuations and economics, sports assets are the next gold. Right now, gold is not going as much as the teams. The sports teams are going up. Last year, $1 billion got them a bid for the Gujarat Titans. Same way, we see tremendous value. Economically, India is growing. It's the fastest growing GDP in the world. It's going to be growing rapidly. So we see that becoming a big piece of the sponsorships, the broadcasting rights. So overall, we are very positive and happy about being in the Indian space, Dubai space. And obviously, Dubai is our showcase city. The visionary, His Highness Mohammed bin Rashid, that developed Dubai, saw in the middle of a desert, nothing, but he saw a city. Same way, as we go out, Mariano team, everybody goes out, we see baseball in the middle of a desert and in the middle of India. We see great opportunity and growth in the league itself.
And we certainly look forward to seeing that as well. Mr. Rivera, before we let you go, one last question. I would be remiss if I didn't ask that. Indians know Kapil Dev as one of the greatest bowlers of all time. And Americans, or any baseball lover, knows you as one of the greatest pitchers, closers of all time. So I have to ask about the UIBL logo. It shows a home run, which is a classic baseball image. Tell us about this logo. Tell us about how you anticipate that a home run will unite fans, new and old, with baseball across the globe.
The logo is amazing because, you said it, a home run would unite, countries. Okay, and that's what we need to do, even though I'm a pitcher, but a home run power, statement, that's what people wanted to see. That's what people love to see. So, for me, it's amazing. The logo is spectacular. And I'm gonna learn, Ash. I'm gonna learn the art of bowler. I'm telling you, I made my commitment to that already. I need to learn how to do it, and when I get to India, they will teach me. For sure, they will teach me the right way and fundamentals to throw that ball. And I want to become a bowler in cricket. And then I'm gonna teach them. The vice versa, I'm gonna teach them how to pitch, or they can be pitchers.
Well, we absolutely look forward to seeing that exchange. Thank you, gentlemen, so much. Once again, the United International Baseball League CEO, founder, chairman, Kanwal, and of course, baseball's greatest, Mariano Rivera, joining us to introduce this new league. Thank you so much for your time. We wish you the best of luck on this press tour. Do join us soon. Have a good rest of your day. Sat Sri Akal.
Thank you, Ash. Thank you.
Thank you.